very good evening to all of you friends. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. So friends, in this session, I'm going to discuss with you a very important topic insofar as your legal studies class 11 course is concerned. I'm going to deal today with the nature of family laws in India and the human right and gender perspective that you have in your syllabus. So a very good evening to all of you, Sardana, Jatin, a very good evening to each and every one of you. So guys, in this session, what are the things that we are going to understand? We are going to understand certain very basic and fundamental rules of or laws relating to family law in India. Now, what is family law? Now, family law is that particular law that deals with marriage, divorce, succession, inheritance in human beings. Now, a Hindu marries, if a Hindu marries, he or she follows a particular law. There is a particular different law for the Muslims. There is a different law for the Parsis. So, every religion has its own laws relating to marriage, divorce, succession, and inheritance. So, in this session, I'm going to discuss with you certain very basic principles of what is family law or what is personal law in India. And then I move on into human rights and gender perspective. And then we will definitely have a short quiz. But before that, a very important announcement for each and every one of you. BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you a 6-hour non-stop marathon for CLAT 2024. This is going to happen very soon. So do stay tuned because it is coming very soon in our YouTube platform. Okay, a 6-hour non-stop marathon for CLAT 2024. So guys, let's begin. So today's agenda is the nature of family law in India and then human rights and gender perspective in India. As I said, family law, the basic understanding of family law or what we call as personal law means laws relating to marriage, divorce, adoption, inheritance, and succession generally. So when we talk about marriage, फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट हम लोगों को एक चीज बहुत ध्यान से सोचना चाहिए कि हम लोग का जो ये मैरिज लॉज है, दिस पर्टिकुलर लॉ वेरीज फ्रॉम रिलीजन टू रिलीजन. नाउ हिंदू लोग जो नियम फॉलो करते हैं या जो कानून फॉलो करते हैं ड्यूरिंग मैरिज इज डिफरेंट from a Parsi or for that matter a Christian. Is that clear? So every religion has its own separate laws relating to marriage, divorce, guardianship, adoption, inheritance and succession. Number one, that is what you must understand. Secondly, we must also keep in our mind one very basic facet, and that is that when we talk about Hindu law, so which are those people who follow Hindu law? Of course, the Hindus will follow the Hindu law. Apart from the Hindus, the Sikhs, the Jains, and the Buddhists. Apart from the Hindus, the Sikh, the Jains, and the Buddhists also come and follow the Hindu family laws. Very important, guys. So this is one very important thing that we must all remember, that हिंदू लोग तो हिंदू लॉ फॉलो करते हैं, बट हिंदूज के अलावा भी सिख जो है, जो जैन्स है और जो लोग बुद्धिस्ट है, दे ऑल्सो फॉलो द हिंदू लॉज. इज दैट क्लियर? Now, Muslim has their own set of laws. The Christians have their own set of family laws. The Parsis also have their own laws relating to marriage, divorce, guardianship, inheritance and succession. Am I clear? Is that clear? तो हिंदू लोग हिंदू लॉ फॉलो करते हैं, मुस्लिम लोग मुस्लिम लॉ फॉलो करते हैं, क्रिश्चियन लोग क्रिश्चियन के लॉ फॉलो करते हैं, Parsis have their own laws. Now, apart from this, there are certain traditional communities. आप नॉर्थ ईस्ट चले जाइए. So in the northeast, you will have a number of traditional communities, the tribal people. Now, the tribal people do not follow any of these laws. They follow their customary practices. So, tribal people, those who are tribals, ठीक है, आप नॉर्थ ईस्ट चले जाइए, उधर सबसे ज्यादा इसका एग्जाम्पल देखने के लिए मिलता है कि those people have their own customary laws and they follow those customary practices. That is something that is very, very important, and they are not bound by any of the other laws in India. Is that clear, every one of you? Did you guys all understand? Am I clear, everyone? Is that clear to each and everyone? Okay. Now moving on. So the Hindu law, the Sikh marriage law, the Parsi law, and the Christian law are codified. So Hindu law, you have the Hindu Marriage Act. The Sikhs also have their own law. There is this Parsi Marriage Act and the Christian Marriage Act. So these laws have been codified. Codified का मतलब क्या है? What do you mean by codification of a law? Codification of a law simply means that it has a legislation. There are various sections in it. So this is codified. Whereas Muslim law is not codified, is uncodified. And the Muslim law is based on the Shariat or the Sharia principles. Okay? The Muslims, during marriage, during divorce, for succession, for inheritance, the law that they follow is the Sharia laws. Thirdly, now unlike other laws such as criminal law and civil law, family law is not uniform. Now, one very important understanding is these laws relating to marriage, divorce, succession, inheritance, these vary from religion to religion, but the criminal law is the same. एक हिंदू मर्डर करता है, एक मुस्लिम मर्डर करता है, एक क्रिश्चियन मर्डर करता है और एक पारसी मर्डर करता है. The law is the same, but for their marriage, insofar as inheritance, insofar as succession, insofar as divorce is concerned, every religion has their own laws. Am I clear to each and every one of you who is watching me? Any doubt? Any doubt that you guys have? Any doubts? Okay. Now, one very interesting fact that I wish to share with you is the fact that under the Indian Constitution, there is a very important directive principle of state policy, which is Article 44. Now, Article 44 of the Constitution of India simply says that the state must endeavor in bringing an uniform civil code. Now, what do you mean by an uniform civil code? Very simple. That irrespective whether you are Hindu, whether you are Muslim, whether you are Christian, whether you are Parsi, doesn't matter. You will all have same marriage laws, same divorce laws, same inheritance laws, and same succession laws. So irrespective whether you are a Hindu, Hindu means the Sikhs, including the Sikhs, the Jains, as well as the Buddhist Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Parsis, whichever religion you are, you will follow the same law. There will be an uniform law for marriage across the board, across all religion. That is what we mean by uniform civil code as mandated under Article 44 of the Indian Constitution, which deals with uniform civil code. Am I clear? Is that clear, all of you? Brilliant. Now, in the ancient period, under the Hindus, where the religious text of the Hindus were Dharma Shastra and Dharma Shrutas. The religious and the legal text, the language, was Sanskrit. So Sanskrit was the language in which books, religious books, legal books were all written. So Dharma Shastra and Dharma Stutas are the two important texts which is in the ancient period insofar as Hindu law is concerned. What should be the duty of a Hindu? What should be the role of a Hindu? What should be the ethics or the morality of a Hindu? Everything has been provided under these two texts. Am I clear? Dharma Shastras and the Dharma Shrutas. This is very, very important. So, the life of an ideal householder, insofar as law, ethics, morality, the duties, the rights is concerned, have all been provided under the Dharma Shastras and the Dharma Shrutas. Am I clear? Am I clear, everyone? All of you. Any doubt? Please put your doubt on the chat box. Okay. Now, coming from the ancient period to the medieval period. Now, in the medieval period, based on the Smriti literature, Dharma Shastras and later digest were used. Now, what are these later digests? Now, Hindu law is divided into two major schools. One is the Mitakshara school and the other is the Dayabhaga school. Now, Mitakshara is followed in North and South India, and the Dayabhaga is followed in West, the Bengal region. Now, Bengal region does not mean only Bengal. Bengal, Assam, that entire region. Is that clear? So, Bengal, Odisha, as well as Assam का जो major party, some parts of Bihar also. This was the Bengal region. So in the Bengal region, Hindus would come under the Dayabhaga school, whereas people of North India and South India, the Hindus, they followed the Mitakshara school. Is that clear? And Muslims followed the Shariat law all across. Muslims in India across follow the Shariat law, which is not codified. But the North India and South Indian Hindus followed the Mitakshara school, and the Dayabhaga school was followed in the entire Bengal region. Is that clear? Any doubt? Any doubt from any one of you? So guys, if you are liking this session, do press the like button. Okay. Moving on. Now, in British India, what happened? Now, the Indian East India Company was established, And later on, it came as a company to India, but later on, it became the ruler. Warren Hastings, the first Governor General of Bengal, introduced uniform criminal law. That whether you are A, B, or C, doesn't matter. There will be an uniform criminal law in India. Is that clear? So Warren Hastings was the first Governor General in Bengal, and he introduced the uniform criminal law. However, the personal laws like the Quran, which was applicable to Muslims, the Shastras, which was applicable to Hindus, that was left. So personal law would be governed by religious text, laws relating to marriage, divorce, succession, inheritance would be governed by your holy text, Quran, for Muslims, and the Shastras for the Hindus. Am I clear? Now, Anglo-Hindu personal law and Anglo-Islamic personal law continue to develop. Now, today what the law that we have is based, the Hindu law that we have is based on the Shastras, but it has undergone a number of changes. It has undergone a huge amount of changes. So that is one very interesting thing that we must all understand. Is that clear? Okay. Now, after we got independent, after 1947, what happened? Now, you know that the Hindu Marriage Act came into being in the year 1955. So, Hindu Marriage Act, the laws relating to marriage for Hindus was codified in 1955. Hindu Succession Act came in the year 1956. The Hindu Majority and Guardianship Act came in the year 1956. Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act came in the year 1956. So, the Indian Parliament between 1955 and 1956 codified the entire Hindu laws. Am I clear? Between 1955 and 1956, the Hindu Marriage Act came in the year 1955. Hindu Succession Act came in the year 1956. The Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act came in the year 1956. And the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act came in the year 1956. Now, the Christians, the Parsis, and the Sikhs also have codified marriage laws. But the Muslims are still governed by the Shariat law, their holy law. And that is not codified. Muslim law, Muslim personal law is not codified. The traditional communities, people, who are tribal people, okay, you go to Ladakh region, you go to the Jharkhand. Jharkhand also has certain traditional communities. Northeast has a huge amount of traditional communities. They continue to practice their uncodified customary law. Whatever is their tradition, whatever has been their custom, they still continue to follow that, and they are not governed by any parliamentary laws. Is that clear? Now, before I move ahead, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you an All India Open Mock for CLAT between 22nd of September and 1st of October. We will be providing you with video attempts, identify your D-Day strategy, video solutions, and your ranking vis-a-vis other students. So where do you rank in this All India Open Mock is very, very important. So the link is given in the description box below, requesting all of you to register for the All India Open Mock for CLAT and give this All India Open Mock. Now, the second important thing that I'm going to discuss with you is what is the human rights and gender perspective. Now, under the Indian Constitution, everyone is provided with equal rights, be it a Hindu, be it a Muslim, be it a woman, be it a man, whoever you are. Everyone is to be treated equally. And the law has developed today. Even transgenders have been given equal status and opportunity. Transgender people have been provided with equal treatment under the law. Now, the preamble of the Indian Constitution, the preamble deals with justice, liberty, and equality, dignity to all. And Article 14 provides equality, equality before the law as well as equal protection of the law. Article 15 prohibits discrimination based on religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. So the Constitution says that there should not be any discrimination. The Constitution prohibits discrimination. Now, but there are certain exceptions. Article 25 and 26 of the Constitution, which says that freedom of religion. You want to practice X religion, somebody wants to practice Y religion, the state or the government of India is not concerned. That's simple. Whether you are a Hindu, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Parsi, whether you are a Christian, it is of no concern to the government of India or the state under the Indian Constitution. Now, gender equality is something that is very, very important. And I'm sure that right now you guys know that the Parliament has passed the Women Reservation Bill. I will have a session tomorrow on the Women Reservation Bill. Now, gender equality. Now, men and women are to be treated equally. But the society is such that women have been treated unequally. And henceforth, there is a need to change this thought process. There is a need. And that is something that is very, very important. The laws of Manu provide equal treatment of law, punishment based on gender as well as caste. Now the Manu Smriti, the law of Manu, as we say, it talks of unequal treatment of law. Okay, if you are a man, you will be punished in a particular way. You are a woman, you will be punished in a particular way. But the Indian Penal Code does not say that. A man commits murder, a woman commits murder. Is the law different? No, the law is the same. But in olden days, under the Manu Smriti or the law of Manu, you know, the punishment was based on gender, was based on caste. If you are a Brahmin, you will be punished in this way. If you are a Shudra, you will be punished in this way. If you are a Kshatriya, you will be punished in that way. So, but things have evolved over the years. And the beauty of it is the fact that after the Constitution of India comes into being, there is absolute equality in the society. Now, it is not that only Hindus had inequalities. Even we find them in the Islamic texts or the Islamic legal tradition. Now I'll give you a small example under the Muslim law or how there is an inequality. Now suppose, insofar as, for example, forget anything, talk about inheritance. Suppose a father has 100 rupees. Now, after the father dies, suppose there is a son and a daughter. The son will receive 2/3 and the daughter shall receive 1/3. That means the son receives 66.66 rupees and the daughter receives 33.33 rupees. Am I clear? Now, this is an inequality. Even it happened during the Manu Smriti. There was discrimination based on gender, there was inequality based on caste. So both the two religions, there we find in the olden times various inequalities. The instance of gender inequality exists in the present day Hindu family. Now, the Hindu Marriage Act prescribes marriageable age for girls as 18, boys as 21. Inequality. Is that clear? The Hindu Succession Act provides different methods for a person who dies without a will interstate. His succession of property for male and female successors. Both in Hindus as well as in Muslims, there has been a lot of inequality. The best inequality is, why should a girl get married at 18 and the minimum age for a boy is 21 for marriage? Why can't both have 18, or why can't both of them have 21? Is that clear? Is that clear to each and every one of you? So these are certain inequalities that we see happening even today. Under the Hindu Majority and Guardianship Act, it prohibits a mother to act as a child's natural guardian unless the father is dead. Now see, a mother cannot act as a child's natural guardian unless the father dies. So the guardian of a child is the father, and after the father dies, it becomes the mother. Why not the mother? The Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act prohibits a mother to give her child in adoption unless the father is dead. Mother cannot give her child in adoption unless the father is dead under the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. So here we see certain inequalities still existing. Inequality still existing in our society. Gender inequalities in Islamic family, the practice of polygamy, the common view that the husband can divorce a wife by triple talaq. A Muslim husband is to pay maintenance to a divorced wife only during the iddat period of 3 months. Why not after that? So if a Muslim gives a divorce to his wife, he just have to pay maintenance for 3 months during the iddat period. Why not after that? So there, even today in this 21st century, when we are so much, when we have a woman president, we had women judges of the court, we had woman speaker of the Lok Sabha, we had women in every field we had women. Prime Minister, we had women, Indira Gandhi. But even today, there exists a huge amount of inequality. Now, there are 3 different types of divorce under the Islamic law. Talaq-e-Asan, Talaq-e-Hasan, and Talaq-e-Biddat. So these are the 3 things that you must remember as a student who is appearing for class 11 exam. That there are 3 types of Islamic divorce, okay? A person who is a Muslim has 3, the Muslim husband or the wife can give 3 types of divorce. These are the 3. Is that clear? Am I clear? Before I go on to the quiz, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you unlock your 3-day free trial access to all our courses. Ace CLAT with BYJU'S Exam Prep. Let's start with the quiz. The first question. Which of the following communities follow the Hindu family law in India? Muslims, Christians, Sikh, Parsis. Is that clear? The Sikh, Jains, and the Buddhist. What is the primary basis for Muslim law in India? Hindu scriptures, Dharma Shastra, English common law, the Shariat law. It's the Sharia. Which is the basis of Muslim law in India? The Sharia laws. What is the primary objective of Article 44 of the Constitution? Promoting diversity in personal law, ensuring uniform civil code. Ensuring, it's a directive principle, DPSP. Uniform civil code. In which historic period were family laws based on religious texts like Dharma Shastras and Dharma Shrutas? Post-independence, British India, medieval period, ancient period. Very easy. It's just to test your understanding. Okay. 5. Which of the following personal law system was followed in Bengal? Bengal region and North India. North India was Mitakshara. And Bengal was Dayabhaga. It was Dayabhaga, I told you. Bengal region is Dayabhaga. North India is Mitakshara. Is that clear? Question number 6. What was the impact of the East India Company rule on personal law in British India? Introduction of uniform personal laws, abolition of personal laws, implementation of English common law, continuation of existing personal law. It continued that if you have a personal law, there was uniform criminal law, uniform civil law. But for personal law, it left it free. Hindus will follow their own law, Muslims will follow their own law, Christians will follow their own law, the Parsis will follow their own laws. 7. Which article of the Indian Constitution ensures equal treatment before the law? Article 14. Equality before the law and equal protection of the laws. Okay. Moving on. According to the information provided, which religious practice are exceptions to the gender equality provision in the Indian Constitution? Polygamy, divorce, freedom of religion, and customary law. So the correct answer is freedom of religion. There is equality, and equality means there is a freedom of religion, whichever religion you want to follow. That is the, it was given in the, when I taught to you, that freedom of religion is an exception. 9. What is the common view about divorce in Islamic law that has been criticized for gender inequality? Monogamy, polygamy, triple talaq. Triple talaq. It was triple talaq. I hope you guys are understanding. I hope you guys are understanding, friends. Okay. Very, very important. Before I go on to question number 10, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you All India Open Mock for CLAT between 22nd of September and 1st of October. Register now. The link is given in the description box below. Do not forget this. Very, very important for each and every one of you preparing for CLAT 2024. Question number 10. According to the information provided, that means what I taught you, which type of divorce is not mentioned in Islamic law? Hassan, Biddat, Talaqe, Shadik. This is not provided. This is the 3 types of divorce under the Shariat law. That is Talaqe Hassan and Biddat. Okay. Question number 11. What does the Hindu Majority and Guardianship Act prohibit for mothers in circumstances? Giving property to daughter, acting as child's natural guardian. Yes, if the father is alive, the mother is not the natural guardian of the child. After the father dies, the mother becomes the guardian of the child. Is that clear? I taught you. The last question. What is the primary purpose of Article 15 of the Indian Constitution? Promoting religious freedom, ensuring gender equality, okay. Providing reservation benefits, not provided, but might be true in other circumstances. If you are a real lawyer, when you become a lawyer, you might say providing reservation, because 15 subclause 4, 15 subclause 5, and there are 15 subclause 6 provides reservation, but that has not been taught to you. So it might, option C might be the correct answer, but such is not provided for you. When you become a lawyer, you will understand that. Not today. For your establishing uniform civil code, no. So B is the correct answer. Although somebody as a lawyer, if I'm a lawyer, I will say, it provides gender equality as also provides reservation, because 15 subclause 4, 5 and 6 provides reservation. Okay, for the backward classes, EWS, whatever. But that is not taught to you at class 11. आप class 11 के बच्चे हो, आपको जानने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है? Yeah. So guys, before I end, BYJU'S exam prep brings to you CLAT 2024 UG test series. 25 CLAT mocks, 15 ALET mocks and 15 OLET mocks. BYJU'S exam prep also brings to you CLAT 2024 comprehensive course. 190 hours of live classes, 300 plus recorded videos, 55 mock tests, 10,000 topic-wise practice questions, 10,000 sectional practice questions, study material, doubt resolution, and the very important CLAT Ignite magazine. Now, we are also providing you with a CLAT 2025 comprehensive course, which has 380 plus hours of live classes, 300 plus recorded videos, 55 mock tests, 10,000 topic-wise practice question, 10,000 sectional practice tests, study material, doubt resolution, and the CLAT Ignite magazine. So guys, if you liked today's session, do press the like button, share this session with your friends. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our Instagram, like our Facebook page, join our Telegram channel, and do not forget to download the BYJU'S exam prep app from Google Play today. So guys, with this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye-bye. Take care. See you. Have a great weekend. Okay, have a great weekend, friends. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Take care. All the best. Yeah.